you all know, we throw in words like crackberry to describe how dependent we are on high-tech devices. But now there's a study that finds that internet addiction may actually damage the brain the same as too much alcohol or drugs do. Physician and best-selling author Dr. Itp260 has been looking into this, and he joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know my interest in the brain.
Yes, of course.
Explain the connection between the brain and an addiction to your BlackBerry or to the internet.
Well, actually, any addictive behavior, and addictive behavior means that you're compulsively repeating that behavior at the cost of everything else in your life. You can't sleep, you miss out on relationships, social interactions, health, well-being. Any addictive behavior will cause the same damage in the brain at the site of receptors that a drug will do. So the study is very valid. And once there's damage, then that perpetuates the behavior. It becomes a vicious cycle. The behavior damages the brain then reinforces the behavior, and soon it spins out of control.
And the exciting thing is now with imaging, you can see it happen in the brain.
You can see it, and that's what all these studies are about.
Yeah.
But how do you know when you have a problem? Because I'm never far from my BlackBerry, and if I'm...
Then you have a problem.
That's how you define it.
No, I could get by with it, you guys, but I do find...
Oh, sure.
Sure, I really could, Charlie. I check before I leave the house. I check again when I get in the car. But I'm still thinking that I don't really have a problem, per se. So how do you know when you cross that territory?
That's part of the denial, by the way.
Hello, my name is Gail. I have a problem.
Yeah.
No, but I think there are a lot of people like me.
Is it interfering with your personal relationships, social interactions, sleep, diet, exercise, all the things that make for a full life, you know? And when people start to focus only on one thing at the cost of everything else, then there is a problem.
Which it's hard for some people to find that line in today's society because we are so dependent on technology in so many different ways.
You can schedule the technology. You see, technology by itself is neutral. We can use the internet to actually rewire the planetary brain if we want, because our social networks are extensions of our brain, and it's happening. The Arab Spring and Wall Street, Occupy Wall Street, these are all symptoms of that. But if we know that we are in control and not it in control, then the same technology becomes healing.
You know, I think I'm okay. I think about the young kids coming up today. 5-year-olds have these iPads now. In some schools, they don't even teach cursive writing anymore. Should we worry about them becoming addicted?
Technology is not stoppable. That's the problem. So as it proceeds, I think Darwinian principles will take over. Those that adapt will survive, and those that don't adapt will get sick.
So if you have an addiction to the internet and then you pull back, you can actually see in the brain how it changes. The plasticity of the brain.
Absolutely. And what you can also see is that if you practice mindfulness awareness, and there's lots of studies on this, that you rewire the brain in a completely different direction. So you can actually, through mindfulness techniques, which are basically observing yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, you can see neural networks fire in a different direction. So there's hope. And with the new technologies of biofeedback, neural biofeedback, which may be the most successful way of healing this addiction, is technology itself.
Right.
Because you talk about the way that you can actually cure this, and the way that you're speaking about it, it's more of a cure and a rewiring as opposed to trading. Say if you're a drug addict, trading that addiction for a yoga addiction, which people have been known to do.
I mean, people are addicted to yoga, to exercise, to sex, you name it. We are an addicted civilization.
Great to have you here to talk to us about it, Dr. Itp260. Thank you.